Before the convenience of modern plumbing, clean water was not something you could turn on at a tap. Civilizations, armies and survivalists had to rely on knowledge, observation and practical techniques to make water safe for drinking. Today, I'm going to walk you through the methods used across history, how they worked, and how you can apply them in a survival or historical reenactment scenario. If you're serious about history and survival, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and leave a comment below with your favorite method. People boiled water to kill invisible threats. Boiling water was the most reliable method known for centuries. Ancient armies, explorers and householders all relied on fire to purify their drinking supply. The process is straightforward. Heat water until it reaches a rolling boil for several minutes. This kills bacteria, parasites and many viruses. Soldiers marching through Europe during the Napoleonic Wars carried portable kettles or iron pots to boil water when camped. In a modern survival scenario, if you have a metal container and a fire, you can apply the exact same principle. Boiling requires no chemicals, no special equipment, and works in nearly any environment. Sand and gravel filters remove debris and suspended matter. Before chemical treatments, physical filtration was essential. Simple sand, gravel and even charcoal layers could remove visible particles from murky water. Ancient Egyptians and Roman engineers perfected rudimentary filters, sometimes layering fine sand over coarse gravel. Water poured through would emerge clearer and safer for boiling or immediate use. You can replicate this today using a clean cloth or a DIY layered filter. Take a container, layer gravel at the bottom, coarse sand above it, then finer sand, and pour water through slowly. This won't kill pathogens, but it removes sediment and makes water much easier to boil or disinfect. Charcoal and ceramic were natural chemical filters. Activated charcoal, which has been used since antiquity, removes impurities and can improve taste. Charcoal binds to certain chemicals and toxins in water. Ceramic pots with fine pores were used in Asia and parts of Europe to filter water through gravity alone. These methods show that people understood the principle of adsorption and filtration long before modern chemistry. You can replicate this today by crushing charcoal into small pieces and layering it in a container, or using a ceramic filter if you want a low-tech, historically grounded approach to clean water. Settling and decanting allowed water to clarify naturally. One of the simplest historical methods, it was also, oddly enough, one of the most overlooked today. People would just let cloudy water sit undisturbed for several hours. The heavier particles would settle to the bottom, and then, clear water could be poured off the top. This was often combined with sand or charcoal filters to improve clarity even further. In a survival scenario, if you find a river with a lot of sediment, this method buys you a bit of time to make the water safer before any further treatment. Herbs and natural additives were used to purify and flavor water. Historical texts from India, China and Europe actually describe using herbs, roots and seeds to make water safer or, just more palatable. Moringa seeds, for example, have natural coagulating properties and were crushed and added to muddy water to help solids clump together. Mint, thyme and other strong herbs were often used to reduce bacterial load just a bit, while also improving taste. While this isn't a foolproof method for dealing with pathogens, it was an important technique for armies and households with limited resources. You could even try this in a modern survival setting by adding crushed seeds or herbs to murky water before settling and boiling. Stone, clay, and cloth acted as filters for everyday use. In medieval Europe and colonial America, water drawn from wells or streams was passed through cloth or fine linen before storage. Some cultures pressed water through specially designed stone or clay funnels. The principle is simple. Remove large particles to prevent spoilage and make water safer to drink. Cloth filters are still widely used in emergency survival kits because they are lightweight, reusable, and extremely effective for sediment removal. Ice and snow were relied upon for their natural purification. In northern regions, people collected snow or ice and allowed it to melt. The freezing process naturally reduces some bacterial load and produces relatively clean water compared to stagnant ponds or rivers. Arctic explorers and indigenous peoples relied on this extensively. In a practical survival scenario, melting ice or snow can be a valuable source of water that may require minimal additional filtration or boiling, especially if you combine it with sediment removal methods. Combining methods gave the most reliable results. Historically, no single method was relied upon exclusively. Boiling was almost always combined with physical filtration. Settling and herb addition were paired with sand or cloth filters. Soldiers, travellers and households would adapt techniques to the environment, availability of materials, and the quality of the water source. The takeaway is that a layered approach, physical filtration, natural chemical treatment, and heat, is the most reliable way to make water safe, just as it was centuries ago. Applying these historical skills today gives you more than survival readiness. It connects you to how people lived, travelled, and fought, and it teaches resourcefulness when modern conveniences fail. If you're practicing bushcraft, prepping for emergencies, or recreating historical settings, these methods are both authentic and effective. If you found this detailed guide valuable, make sure to subscribe to the Battlefield of Survival channel for more practical historical survival skills. Like the video, leave a comment sharing which method you would try first, and don't forget to share this with other history and survival enthusiasts. Mastering these water purification skills ensures you can handle any situation with confidence, just like people did long before modern plumbing existed.